Welcome to my channel Swetha CVENV. So how are you all friends? So happy new year. So we are starting the new subject in the new year, that too in the second month, which is going to come soon in the Feb. So okay, then let's start with the main subject, that is air pollution monitoring and control. And I have given you the name tag or the QR code for my Instagram so that you can follow me for further updates regarding the subjects. Okay, so if you have any kind of doubts, even you can ping me there. Fine, so let's begin with the contents. Contents are like this. Majorly, we are going to start with the chapter 1, that is air pollution and meteorology. In that, you need to understand the main thing is the contents, that is the introduction part. What we are going to deal is air pollution, majorly its definitions, its importance and composition of atmosphere, sources and classification of the air pollutants and their effects and control. Along with that, meteorology and air pollution, meteorological factors which influence in air pollution, plume behaviors and windrows diagram. Okay, so what do you mean by air pollution? Basically, for understanding, we say that when the condition of the air is contaminated by some foreign substances, then it will be termed to be an air pollution. But in practical, what definition you have to mention in your examinations is air pollution consists of gaseous, liquid or solid substances that, when present in sufficient concentration for a sufficient time and under certain conditions, tend to interfere with human comfort, health or welfare and cause environmental damage. So you got to know the pollutant may be either in the form of gas or liquid or in solid. Okay, so at how much concentration the particular pollutants are present and for how much time they are present and in which condition they are present. For example, you can say like whether in a higher concentrations or in lower concentrations or in a dense formation. Okay, and how do they react to the environment or what may affect to the humans or any other species. So we have to understand all these things, so we call it as an air pollution. So everything we are going to learn here. Okay, now okay, so we also say that the due to this contamination of the atmosphere or air getting polluted, it may result in acid rain, ozone depletion, photochemical smog and other such phenomena. So you people have already learned regarding these things in your school days also, that is the acid rains and all. Taj Mahal was recently affected, not recently in the sense some years back. Okay, so the monument was again repainted and all. And ozone depletion, yeah, we are still going on with the this disorder, we can say. We are having still this condition of ozone depletion. We are not taking care of the particular things because the industrialization, urbanization, all the modernization are making our mother earth very very sick, literally. So the ozone layer is also getting depleted and photochemical smog. Okay, so these all conditions were seen where the pollutants had formed in the form of a dense smog, which resulted for the humans or the other people who were dwelling in that particular localities were unavailable or were like not able to breathe. Okay, so they had some of the bad symptoms or they got affected in a healthy wise. Okay, I can say in a health wise issues, they were affected very badly due to these particular reactions which has caused by our own things, I can say, because of our modernization, industrialization, urbanization, etc., etc. We are only spoiling our mother earth, as she is a beauty. She gives so many lives, right? She gives the food, she gives the water, everything, but still, being her children's, we are only, we can say that we're not taking care of her. Okay, so we will see in upcoming days that we will do some of the good causes to our mother earth, so that she can help the future generation or the future human upcomings to live happily in the beauty of the nature. Okay, so let's start. It was really a very brief explanation. Okay, so let's start with the importance and composition of the atmosphere. The atmosphere is an important part where the earth is going to live. Obviously, earth is having lively species in it only due to the presence of atmosphere where we get the oxygen to live in. It also blocks some of the sun's dangerous rays from reaching earth. Right. So atmospheric layers. Sorry for that noisy clinch. Okay. So okay, that's what, because of the atmosphere only we are safeguarded very well from the harmful rays which are coming from the sun. Okay. It also traps the heat, making the earth have a room temperature. I can say a comfortable temperature. Okay. It also traps the heat to make the surrounding a room temperature where the species can live in a comfortable manner. And the oxygen within our atmosphere is essential for life, as I said already. Right? Atmosphere, it has oxygen in it, due to which the life has to live in. They have to consume it and they have to live. If we come in terms of the composition of atmosphere, my friends, see, Earth's atmosphere is composed of about 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, 0.93% of argon, and the remainder less than 0.1% contains also the important trace gases. They may include the water vapor, carbon dioxide, and ozone, essential. Even they too are essential along with these other gases. Okay, my friends. And these trace gases, they have their own important effects on the Earth's climate. Okay. So atmosphere, if we consider in terms of our own altitudes, our human dwelling, so see here, we are gonna study regarding the four important layers of the atmosphere. That is the troposphere, where we live in, right, which is near to the earth. We are dwelling in it. Okay. Stratosphere is nothing but house of ozone. Mesosphere is again the third uppermost layer, which is the colder one or the lower density. Thermosphere is the topmost layer, where the air will be too hot and very thin. These are the pictorial representations of atmospheric layers. You can see the first is troposphere, then stratosphere, mesosphere, then thermosphere. Okay, so what you're going to see here? See, the aeroplanes are going to fly in the stratosphere zone with that particular heights. Okay, ozone layer is there. See, that altitude has also decreased. We have to take care of it. Okay, so next let's begin with The sources and classification of air pollutants. So basically, for getting the air pollution or air getting polluted, the substances which are responsible for that pollution are termed to be air pollutants. Got it? So the air pollution is a change in the physical, chemical, biological characteristics of the air that causes adverse effects on humans and other organisms. The ultimate result is the change in the natural environment or the ecosystem. Got my point? So whatever air pollution is going to occur now, it is going to change the strata, or we can say the physical appearance of that particular location. Chemical reactions may occur on it, biological species may get affected, right? Even the ecosystem may get damaged by this particular pollution in higher concentration. For that particular thing, what it is causing to get polluted, what are those substances called are air pollutants. That's what they say, is the substances that are responsible for causing air pollution are called air pollutants. They can be either natural or man-made pollutants. Okay, even they may be in the form of gas, liquid, or solid. Got it, my friends? Good. So let us start with the example for the natural air pollutant. We can just say that the wildfires. Recently, in the news, you people have seen the Australia bushfire, which was greatest disaster which has occurred to the Mother Earth, and even we have lost so many species, animals, right? And even people are suffering for that breathing issues and all. I know that they are shifting to some other good places where it is safe and secure. You people can see in the news also how that particular after that all incident, like fire incident, that dense smog or the dense smoke which was getting disposed by the wind to the nearby areas, just to see only we are feeling somewhat. And the people who are staying there, you can imagine how difficult the survival would be. Seriously, that heatness, oh God saved them by bringing the rain, and thereon the team is doing well to rescue the people and as well as the animals. Really appreciate them. And what are the air pollutants or air pollution by man-made? Okay, by man-made, how the air is getting polluted? By the vehicular emissions or the industrial emissions. You people are going to ride, right? Bicycles. No, bicycles won't pollute the air, my friends. You know what is going to pollute the air? It's the cars, buses, trains, etc. Along with the industries, the factories, and all, they are going to pollute the air, my friends. Hmm. So these were the pictorial representation of the recent news which we seen, the Australia's forest, bushfire, and the vehicular emissions and industrial emissions. Okay, then these air pollutants, along with that, they are classified into primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. Okay, so it is again repeated, my friends, the same thing. Okay, so the primary pollutants include what? So primary pollutants, they are directly emitted to the atmosphere by some process, like from industries or from vehicular emissions. They are directly sent to the atmosphere. Okay, or through the volcanic eruptions. Okay, so like this, or sulfur dioxide gas which is released from the industries, or the carbon monoxide gas which is released from the vehicular emissions. So everything are called as primary pollutants, which are directly emitted to the atmosphere. They are directly responsible for contaminating the air, whereas secondary pollutants, they are very dangerous. They are not emitted directly, but they are formed in the air when the primary pollutants react or interact with each other. That's what they say. Secondary pollutants are more dangerous. Why? Because whoever the pollutants, primary pollutants, got emitted into the atmosphere, these secondary pollutants, what they do, how they are going to be formed, these primary pollutants, they fight with each other, okay, and they make a bond, okay, in turn forming a secondary pollutant. They're fighting there also. See, pollutants have gained all the vehicular emissions. Okay, fine. So we can say that all these primary pollutants, they are going to react with each other and they are going to form a secondary pollutant. What is the important example for secondary pollutant? Photochemical smog, my friends. Okay, you got to know. All the particulate matters get united to form a bigger molecules. The same thing it is going to happen. Okay. So major primary pollutants are sulfur oxides, SOx, sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxide, NOx, carbon monoxide, CO, carbon dioxide, CO2, volatile organic compounds, particulate matter, toxic metals, chlorofluorocarbons, ammonia, odors, and radioactive pollutants. So, my friends, these were the major primary pollutants. Okay. What are secondary pollutants? The pollutant matter or the particulate matter formed from gaseous primary pollutants and compounds in a photochemical smog, ground level ozone, peroxyethyl nitrate, which is formed with the combination of nitrogen oxides and volatile organic compounds. Okay, so you people's task is to know what exactly the sulfur oxides are going to be formed by, either by volcanoes or by industrial process. The sulfur oxides will be eliminated to the atmosphere. And how the nitrogen oxide, okay, how it is going to be forming into that particular industries, chemical industries, pharmaceutical industries, they form these pollutants. Carbon monoxide, same, the vehicular emissions. And another thing was what, carbon dioxide, greenhouse gas, okay, global warming, volatile organic compounds. So see these things are the things which are happening in our surroundings. So every concept, whatever you read, is the concept which is going lively in your surroundings. Got it? So make sure that you people do comment these particular things regarding the primary pollutants and secondary pollutants. Anyone can pick one of the pollutant, like for example, if you're taking carbon dioxide, how it is caused and how it will be eliminated to the atmosphere, just in a few manner. For example, see, a greenhouse gas emitted from combustion, but it is also a gas vital to living organisms. It is a natural gas in the atmosphere. Obviously it is naturally present. It is also in the like by combustion we are gonna get, we have already studied in our solid waste management, we are gonna get the methanes, we are going to get the what is that, greenhouse gases and all, biogases and all. So how they are going to input their effects in polluting the air or in improvising the air or something. So you need to just give me regarding little bit of the information in my YouTube channels or in this particular video's comment box. Okay, so that it will be like an interaction session for my friends, so that even you people can like interact with me by following updates or by following pollutants description you people can post into it. Okay, now if in excess manner we could discuss, or in elaborate manner we could discuss regarding this, even I do reply to your comments. Okay, so majorly if we come in terms of the sources of air pollutants, is the mobile sources. I said you always, that is the cars, buses, planes, whatever vehicular emissions contribute to the air pollution. Stationary sources, power plants, oil refineries, industries, factories, etc. Area sources like agricultural areas, cities, wood burning fireplaces, natural like wind blown dust, wildfires, and volcanoes. Okay, see, these are the concepts I'm giving you. Okay, just to brief off the idea regarding the particular subject, so that you can elaborate in your own sentences and you people can write and clear your examinations in a good manner. Okay, now so these are the pictorial representation, man-made, by man-made, how the nature is going to be affected, and by natural, how the air pollution is going to see here. Primary and secondary pollutants difference in the pictorial representation is given. You people can have look on it. Okay, now we come for the effects and control of air pollution. What are the effects? Majorly, you know, we get, if air is contaminated, breathing problem will occur, thereby lung cancer, or thereby the heart diseases, or thereby the brain damages, kidney damage, liver damage, everything gets damaged, everything. Okay, and what are the control measures they're going to take? Some of the scientists have done the research oriented works in contributing to the less air pollution work. Okay, so they have given us some of the research techniques. Okay, how we can reduce the emission and all, what are the technical equipments we can use for reducing it, and also those are like at the beginning only we have to reduce the particulate matter in the terms of generation process, then the cyclones, scrubbers, electrostatic precipitators, incineration, carbon sequestration, and absorption or adsorption methods, etc. There are vast number of techniques available in controlling of air pollution. Usually in your syllabus the effects and control of air pollution is not given, but just I was giving you the brief idea regarding how, what may be the effect or what may be the control of the air pollution. Okay, now people can skip the things or you people can learn it. Okay, because it is good if you learn GK type. Okay, so these are the pictorial representations, that is the cyclone, scrubber. I had actually explained these things in my SWN subject to see it, and side bias, electrostatic precipitator, the drawing brief manner I had explained it. Fabric filter baghouse also had explained, and FGD limestone wet scrubber. See what happens in these two drawings. I'm just gonna explain. You see here the fabric baghouse is going to be adjusted. Okay, what is going to happen when the polluted air is going to pass through it? Now that particular filter bag is there, right? It is going to clog or caught, okay, all the pollutants in it. Okay, and then by clearing, the water is flushed into it. Water droplets collects that particular pollutants which are attached on that particular fiber bags or filter bags. Okay, and that pollutants will be sent some other dispatch bags, I can say, or to some dispatch area where the ashes or the pollutant are accumulated separately, and water is again sent for the treatment purposes, and only the pure gas will be left out. The same thing in case of this wet scrubber FGDs also. Here also at batch voices they have arranged the pipelines where when the polluted air enters into that chamber, it will be getting flushed out by the water sprinklers where the pollutants get clot, and that will be sent to the other chambers. Okay, and if that the first stage, if it is not cleared, then it goes to the second stage and the third stage, and then the biogas will be left out. And the ash particles whichever is going to be obtained, they may use it for as a substitute or an additive for root construction and all. They say it has a fly ash, right? So like that they may use it, and again the water will be sent for the treatment purpose. So these were the brief concept-wise explanation regarding the uh, air pollution control equipments. Okay, so your task will be, so you people's task will be like, what are the major functions of cyclone scrubbers or electrostatic precipitators, incineration, carbon sequestrations, where and all it is installed. You people can just glance on it. Okay, so you people can comment on it. Okay, so that whoever student is watching will also get like what useful information regarding those things also. Okay, so let's start with the meteorology and air pollution. This is the second half of the first chapter, the air movement which influence in the fate of air pollutants. So the air movement which influence in the fate of air pollutants is nothing but the air pollutant has some life. Okay, due to wind it disperses, if no wind it goes down, I mean it will die, man. So that's what they say. The air movement itself influences the fate of the air pollutants, whether it stays or dies. Okay, these meteorological conditions are nothing but the weather conditions what we are going to study. Okay, both the rainy days or the earthquake days and also every pattern of the earth stratas will be studied according to the weather conditions. Meteorologists or the scientists are going to make a note of it. Okay, so what exactly they are going to do, we'll see in the next para. That is, if the air is calm, the pollutants cannot disperse, then the concentration of those pollutants will build up. On the other hand, when the wind is strong, the turbulent wind blow, pollutants disperse quickly, resulting in lower pollutant concentration. See, it is same like how we get the clouds. If the wind is not flowing much, then clouds get accumulated at one area. Consider it as an Hubli. If in Hubli all the clouds are gathered together, then it rains, whereas in Dharwad it is a clear sky. The same thing, if in Hubli we have a very high wind flow or turbulent wind flow is there, then all those clouds will fly together aram se, and they come to Dharwad station, where Dharwad will get the rain. Like that, a few examples in nature wise I'm giving. Okay, so why this meteorological data we require, for what purpose it will help us? See, it helps us to identify where exactly the source of pollution is, or from where exactly the pollutants are coming. And it will also predict the air pollution events such as the inversions, high pollutant concentration, etc. Whether only at the atmosphere it is getting polluted, or it may come to the earth's surface, everything will be studied here. It also stimulate or predict the air quality using computer models. Okay, so meteorological factors which are influencing this particular air pollution, like wind speed and direction, temperature, humidity, rainfall, solar radiation. So these are the factors which are responsible for that. In case of this typical bucket rain gauge, here the rain droplets have been collected and the air pollutants left out will be quantitatively they are going to measure with the help of the rain gauge equipment which is fixed to it. They estimate how much quantity of air is going to be contaminated or how much it got purified, what was its quality, everything they are going to measure. Okay, so next we are going to study regarding the plume behaviors, that is the air pollution emission plume. That is, it is in the form of the pollutant like vapor form or in smoke form. The plumes are nothing but the air pollutants which are in the form of vapor or in the smoke are called to be plume. Okay, if the plumes are flying in a heavy manner, even if air has not that much density, then the plumes fly very easily. So we are having the types of plumes. Please write down, my friends. That is looping, coning, fanning, lofting, fumigation, trapping. So I will zoom it the drawing for you guys. For looping, you people can see the drawing. The waves or the plumes are in the wavy direction. Okay, see, according to height, the temperature variation graph is given. Okay, and in case of coning, you can see the waves or the plumes are going to form a cone shape from that particular stack. See the graphs also in your examinations with the graph, and this drawing has to be mentioned so that you get out of out marks. Inversion conditions, in case of fanning, you can see only at a center area, that is only in terms of upper portion the plumes are going to fly, it won't come to the surface. In case of lofting, same, upper portion only. And in case of fumigation, it is full on lower portion, no upper portion. In case of trapping, again in the surface, you can see the graphs also. So next, these were the exact definitions for looping plume, fumigation, coning, fanning, lofting and trapping. I just zoom it for you guys. Okay, so it was like this. We have even another definitions for this, and these are very good definitions for understanding textbook answers, what we call. See, in coning, what is going to happen, it occurs under essentially neutral stability, where the environmental lapse rate will be equal to the adiabatic lapse rate, and it is moderate to strong winds occur. Plume shape will be in cone, and major part of pollution may be carried fairly fair downwards before reaching the ground. Looping, under superadiabatic condition, both upward and downward movement of the plume is possible. Large eddies of the strong wind cause a looping pattern. Okay, wavy nature. Fanning, negative lapse rate, vertical repression is restricted. Okay, fumigation, here the emissions from the stack is under an inversion layer. Okay, lofting, when the stack is sufficiently high and the emissions is above an inversion layer. In case of trapping, we have all the waves will come towards the ground itself. Okay, accompanied by the weak lapse rate below inversion aloft, they say. Okay, Next is the windrose diagram. In case of a windrose diagram, it is a tool which graphically displays the wind speed and wind direction at a particular location over a period of time. Meteorologists use this particular windrose diagrams to summarize the distribution of wind, speed and direction over a defined observation period. So people can see the drawing. Here, the northwest, southeast directions and its speeds according to the percentages. Okay, good. So next, in priorly before this graphical manipulation, they had a compass. According to it, they used to calculate the wind speed and wind direction. That was called as compass rose diagram. So it has like this: cardinal direction north, south, east and west; intercardinal direction northeast, southeast, northwest, west, south; secondary intercardinal NNE, ENE, ESE. Okay, that is nothing but north, northeast, east, northeast, east, southeast. Okay, so people can see the drawing. Compass rose usually they don't ask, but just for your understanding I had given. Okay, so my friends, actually I wanted to say you guys another two topics. That is, people may ask me, ma'am, what is adiabatic lapse rate, or what exactly is a lapse rate, or what is environmental lapse rate, so what is an inversion layer as well. So my friends, so nothing but, see, lapse rate is nothing but it is the rate at which the temperature decreases as the height increases. Temperature decreases as the height increases. Inversion layer is nothing but, my friends, what is going to happen, it seems air near the earth's surface is warmer than the air above it. Okay, ಯಾಕೆ ಇದಾಗೋದು inversion layer? What is going to happen in inversion layer? The surface what we have now, it gets warmed. Why? Because directly the rays enters to the earth surface to warm up, then the heat will be distributed upwards. That is inversion layer. Okay, what is this adiabatic lapse rate? Okay, so the rate at which the temperature of an air parcel changes in response to the compression or expansion associated with the elevation change, under the assumption that the process is adiabatic, that is, no heat exchange occurs between the given air parcel and its surrounding. It is like an independent army which is reacting with no one. It is just moving by itself, aram se, without getting affected by any other expansions or compressions. Okay, is going in a peaceful manner, we can say. That is adiabatic lapse rate. What is environmental lapse rate? Here the temperature decreases when the rate is not affected by the saturation of the air. Here environmental lapse rate decreases when the atmosphere is unstable than the stable nature. That is, atmosphere temperature, what is there, it fastly decreases, they say. Okay, so these were the conditions. You got to understand what exactly is this and what is superadiabatic lapse rate. Here it is when the temperature decreases with the height. At that rate it will be greater than 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. That is, superadiabatic lapse rate is caused by the intense solar heating at the surface. So my friends, it's nothing but, see, lapse rate means the temperature decreases with increase in the air height. Okay, adiabatic lapse rate, single army, not fighting with anyone, going in a straight form. Okay, so he's not getting affected by anything, he's going aram se, bindas. Environmental lapse rate, even here also the temperature, ELR may decrease when the atmosphere fastly becomes unstable. Okay, it will not get saturated. The temperature decreases with it. Okay, with the irrespective of its height, the temperature decreases, we can say in another form. And in case of super adiabatic, though the temperature decreases with the height and all, okay, the rate at which the temperature decreases now, it will be more than 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer, they say. In such an severe extent it is going to decrease the temperature, hence it is known as super adiabatic temperature lapse rate, sorry, super adiabatic lapse rate. Okay, so that due to intense solar heating. In case of inversion layer, what I had said, in case of inversion layer, I had said you that only the earth's surface will get first heated up, or first heating occurs at the earth's surface, then upward it will send the rays, warmness. Okay, so only that much they say, that is the atmospheric temperature decreases with increase in the height, they say. Okay, as we know that it has always again two types, that is the surface inversions and inversions aloft. Inversion aloft is above the surface, whatever this inversion is happening, that is heatness is coming, and that surface is the temperature increases at the surface, whereas at the top it gets decreased. Example I can give you is the mountains, Himalayan ranges. If you go on climbing the mountain, the temperature gets colder, okay, than compared to the this thing, what the room temperature of your ground level. It increases there, it's too cool, like that. Decreases, why? Because still the heat is passing to its upward direction, still it has not reached to that stage where you are present in that particular mountain range. Okay, good. So my friends, here we complete our air pollution monitoring and control first chapter, that is the air pollution and metrological air pollution. Okay, so it has got completed in a successful manner. Thank you for everyone for listening in a calm way, and welcome you all the new subscribers for my channel, and keep supporting, keep sharing, keep liking, and do subscribe to my channel Swetha CVNV. Hit on to that bell icon for further notifications, and you can also follow me on Instagram. If you feel anything you need to ask me or any kind of doubts, even you can comment it down in the YouTube videos or whenever I post it. Okay, I do reply to it if you comment it. Okay, my friends, then yeah, I had taken a very long leave for posting the video, sorry for that, but I hope I may not do it again because of my personal reasons. Okay, fine, then yeah, happy new year in belated, but still for us we get in the term of Yugadi only, we celebrate it as a new year in India. Okay, then belated Republic Day too, and may God bless you all. Be safe, be good. Okay, try to avoid the other stuffed foods and all for some days, because the corona virus is severe right now, so please take care of yourselves. Be good, we can I mean to say, like, be good, that's it. Stay happy, stay good, stay healthy. Okay, my friends. Okay, it went very too long speech for this particular chapters, and I had also said you people that if you find any other subjects difficult, do let me know, so that if I get a chance to teach it, then if you feel it is like okay, I can understand something ma'am is saying, then you can do ping me on Instagram, or in case of in YouTube itself you can comment it down. I will let you know. And whatever other task I had given you in between, if you feel, you please do comment it regarding the information what I have asked you, primary pollutants and secondary pollutants, along with that the equipments used for air pollution control and all, because it will be like an interactive session for me and you guys, so that I can get to know like who are regularly watching the stuffs, and who are getting understanding, or at least some can understand some of the topics in a concept wise or in a brief wise or something. It's okay, it became like a purana, or I can say like a big bhajan, but still do good in your examinations, my students. I'm explaining this kind of stuffs in a diploma uh, college syllabus type. Okay, it has not so much in depth of the concepts, because usually in diploma we learn in a concept wise things. So I had posted so in depth manner. You can do ping me so that I could suggest you some of the books which may help you guys to read in depth, or you can also check out in the Google websites, library articles, my library articles or your library articles, or in the Wikipedia or Britannia.com. Here they have mentioned their industrial equipments, what they are going to use it, and what are the major things they have done, how the problems are going to be solved, and in a deep manner. Usually in courses in engineerings or in diplomas or in terms of MTechs also, they don't go for more problematic things. They only deal with the theoretic things. Usually, as per I have seen, they won't give much concentration for the problems right now for this particular subjects. These are theory related subjects. I'm just giving you the concept, brief concept. Make sure you make a use of it. If anything is there you want to suggest, do suggest me. I'm very free to take all your opinions. Okay, so okay then, do like, share and comment, and do subscribe. Okay, thank you all.